I'm June Edward, the Massachusetts Medium. Thank you for purchasing my video. What type of relationship are you in? There are three main types of relationships. There's a karmic relationship, a soulmate relationship, and a twin flame relationship. I'm going to describe each of these relationships for you, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what's important in every relationship. The karmic relationship is a relationship that you're in to either learn something or teach someone something. And I am of the belief of reincarnation, and I believe that we choose these lessons prior to coming back into this lifetime. So a karmic relationship may last a short period of time, weeks, months, it may last years, it may last forever, but it's very different from a soulmate or a twin flame relationship. A karmic relationship you may not always feel very comfortable in. You might always feel like it's a challenge for you, or you're always walking the line. You also may feel that it's just like a roommate situation. It could feel like a lot of different things, but one thing is for sure, and that's kind of like you'll always feel like there should be someone else out there for you. That's almost always in a karmic relationship. So the second relationship would be a soulmate relationship. Soulmate relationships are very easy. They're very smooth flowing. They're very nice to be in. You'll know immediately you're in a soulmate relationship because you just feel that connection with the person. And soulmate relationships, again, may last a short period of time. They could last years or they could last a lifetime. They're all different. The one thing about a soulmate relationship is you're going to instantly feel that connection. You're going to know. It's like you've known each other before. You may be sexual, you may not be sexual. And you don't have to be in a romantic relationship to be in a soulmate relationship. It could be, your brother could be a soulmate, your child could be a soulmate, one of your parents or a best friend could be a soulmate. And again, they're going to teach you things in that relationship, but it's just going to feel like you're home. Okay? That's the difference. A twin flame relationship is very difficult and very different. And there's a lot of buzz going around, people thinking different things about twin flame relationships. And there's a lot that you can read on the internet, and there's a lot of misinformation out there as well about twin flame relationships. Twin flame relationships, again, they technically are part karmic and technically part soulmate because they are the highest soulmate level that you could reach. But the theory behind a twin flame relationship is that before you reincarnated at some point in time, and maybe many reincarnations ago, you were one soul and you split into two. And so two separate souls came down into two separate bodies, and then you continually find each other in each lifetime. Now, the problem when you find each other, because you resonate on such a high vibration together, because you are one soul technically, that like magnets can come together, or the backside of magnets repel. And the energy when you come together is so strong that you repel. So most twin flame relationships don't have a clue that they're twin flame relationships. They discover this after meeting their twin flame and not understanding what in the world just happened. Because it's not like your normal boy-girl relationship. You'll feel like you're going crazy. Why can't you let this person go? You'll never have felt that kind of an attachment to someone before. And when you've met that person, it was just, you had that feeling that it was meant to be, and you just knew that it was meant to be. The other thing that happens with twin flame relationships is that once you get together and now you repel because the energy is so strong, that it sets you on a completely different life path. It sets you on the road to what you're supposed to be doing in this world. It can be a very difficult struggle. Any old things that happened in your life will start to come up. You'll start to rethink everything you thought you knew. It also causes a spiritual awakening in people. So you realize that the world you live in is not really the world that you saw before and knew before. So a lot of things happen in a twin flame soulmate relationship. Whether or not you get back together in this lifetime as a couple remains to be seen. Some do, some don't. It all has to do with balancing energy as well as many other factors. Some were meant to be together, some weren't in this lifetime. Again, there's lots of different things on it. There's lots of different views. Personally, I do not believe that you can manifest your twin flame soulmate. I believe it's something that was, again, chosen, that you decided to do prior to your reincarnation. So if you have a twin flame, there's very, very limited ones out there, and you chose that prior to coming back. In all your relationships, one of the major things that's very, very important is communication. So you want to make sure that the person that you're with, that you have the same communication style. And if you don't, then you need to learn how to communicate with that person. Some people communicate more with body language than they do with words. Some people are more affectionate, some people are less affectionate. Excuse me. It always helps if you're coming from similar backgrounds, similar upbringings, possibly similar education and similar ethics, okay? When you get into relationships where these things are polar opposites, you're forever trying to get that person, like a square peg, trying to fit them into a round hole. You shouldn't go into a relationship thinking that you're going to change that person. You want to go into a relationship being comfortable with who you are, being comfortable with the person as they are. And people change because they either want to or they need to. They're not going to change because you want them to. So don't go into a relationship thinking, oh, okay, I like 5 out of 20 things about this guy, and he'll change once I marry him. Don't count on it. People are who they are, and you have to be happy with the person the way they are and who they are. And if you can't love someone for that, then you need to move on and get into a different relationship. So one of the other problems that people don't talk about in a relationship would be things that they're looking for out of a relationship. Are you looking for marriage? Are you looking for children? Are you looking for maybe a wife that's going to stay home and take care of the children? Or would the husband be comfortable with him staying home taking care of the children and the wife working? What about money and monetary value? A lot of people don't discuss money, and there are 2 major things that cause breakups in relationships, and that would be money and sex. And people have difficulty talking about both of those things, and those are the 2 most important things in your relationship. So, is money important to you? Do you not care whether or not you live in a 1-bedroom apartment for the rest of your life on top of a garbage dump? Or are you looking to live in the Taj Mahal? And a lot of people get married for money. That's another whole issue. Money is not going to make you happy, I can guarantee you that. You can take your sack of 20s to bed at night and it's still a sack of 20s. It's not going to make you happy. Money can make life a little bit easier, but it's not going to make you happy. So you really have to decide where your values are as a couple, where money falls in that. Does he expect, do both of you expect each of you to work and contribute equally to a relationship financially? Does one of you feel that they should be the major support for your relationship or your family? Do you feel that you should be banking everything you earn and living on a meager amount of money? Everyone has a different outlook, a different view, and a different value that they place on money for very many different reasons. It could be your parents' upbringing. It could be that you grew up with nothing and you place a very high value on money. Everything's different. But you're not going to know unless you discuss that with your partner. And then you have to ask what's fair. If he makes $100,000 a year and you make $10,000 a year, is it fair to contribute 50-50? Or should you be contributing by the percentages that you earn? These are very important issues. Sex is another very important issue. Some people want to have sex every night of the week. Some people want to have sex once a month. If you're not sexually compatible, that's another big problem in a relationship. And yes, things change as the relationship grows, but you need to be compatible when you get into the relationship to begin with, or it's just not going to last. Have you gotten rid of the baggage from your last relationship? Did you have a very bad divorce? Did you have a bad breakup? Did someone leave you standing at the altar? Are you superimposing these problems on the relationship that you're in right now? Are you of the belief that because your dad cheated on your mom, that every guy out there is no good and every guy out there cheats on his wife? These are beliefs that you need to leave at the door. You don't want to take all the luggage and all the baggage into the new relationship. It's not that person's responsibility to try to fix what's wrong in your belief system or what's wrong with your last relationship. So work on yourself, work on clearing all those negative vibes out before you get into your next relationship. Yes, there's always going to be a little bit of residual, but the reality of it is communication is key here. No one's going to make you happy. You have to be happy first before you get into a relationship, and then you can be happy together. Thank you.